Welcome to the Streams of Faith devotional podcast. This is a weekly conversation to help us make it through the week and stay focused on the godly path of righteousness. This week's conversation will be about the sins of the mind. I'm sure at some point in time you have heard someone say, or possibly said yourself, "Well, I've made up my mind." Making decisions is certainly part of life, and everyone must determine how they feel, what is important, the course they will choose to follow. A person's mind is set on certain things, and what these are depends on whether a person is in the flesh or in the spirit. As Romans 8:5-6 states, "For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on things of the Spirit. For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the Spirit is life and peace." There is a close interrelationship between what one thinks and how one lives. You can't allow the mind to be conditioned by sinful, worldly thoughts and expect to live a godly lifestyle. You can't live around the influence of what is ungodly and expect to maintain purity of thought and motives. As 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, "Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals." What we allow into our thoughts and mind is important, as once there, it can be given over to desire and fulfillment of those desires. Seeing something sinful or hearing of it is only part of the process where sin develops. Whether we remove it from our thinking or dwell on it and expand its concept, explains where it goes from there. A person who sees or hears something suggestive can fixate on it, maintain and develop it, begin to long and perform it, and ultimately will look for opportunities to follow through. Once carried out, the mind is enticed to pursue it even further. One venture into sin rarely satisfies, as the attitude and state of mind that produce this action usually will carry it deeper and further, as the very nature of sin is progressive. In reminding the Ephesians of the pattern of sin evident in the Gentile world, Paul warned them in Ephesians 4:18-19. They are darkened in their understanding, excluded from the life of God because of the ignorance that is in them, and because of the hardness of their hearts. They became callous and gave themselves over to promiscuity for the practice of every kind of impurity with the desire for more and more. We must all realize while there are many things we hear and see that are unplanned, things that may be unwholesome, we do control much of the environment that develops our minds. What type of music do you choose to listen to, and what do the lyrics of those songs say? What type of television programs do you watch? Who do you choose as friends, and what type of thinking and lifestyle do they encourage? Thoughts must be judged by God's righteous standard, His Word, the Bible. Upon this basis, they must be accepted or rejected. As 2 Timothy 3:16-17 states, all scripture is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. Do not dwell on things that are sinful. Take them captive for Christ, and rid yourself of those influences that will cultivate them. As 2 Corinthians 10:5 reads, "Now if anyone has caused pain, he has caused it not to me, but in some measure, not to put it too severely, to all of you." Replace any bad habit with a good one. If you have bad thoughts, replace them with positive ones instead. Find another source of music you like that doesn't encourage sinful thinking and living. Make use of the many streaming services that are out there to find some wholesome entertainment. Let those you associate with know where you stand spiritually. and do not continue in friendships that will only promote sinful lifestyles. Paul encourages us in Philippians 4, verses 8, whatever is true and whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. When you make up your mind on what will it be set on, I hope this conversation about sins of the mind helps you in your walk with God this week. Until next week, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed week.